Y'all, as this is a broadcast now, the stream died out first, so we're back here again as I gotta go get something. Can y'all?
Hey, Captain Jackson in the lead, Freedom Flyer still in second. I believe Five Martin's in the 44 track, battling for third right now with number 34, which is Terrorist Racing. Followed by fan favorite Dank, using fifth, battling for it now, the 87 truck, that's driven by Sikkim. That rounds out your top five. This race is going to be intense on the dog leg, I think, because it's still the second week and they like to fan out down there. Dank kind of washes up in the truck up top of him. Got some battles for the race here.
Now for the lead still going on here between Jack and Freedom. Little contact. The 44 might have gotten into his teammate right there. He's got to move them both up out of the groove and try to take the lead for himself. That is the 44 of Martyrs.
Yeah, Freedom Flyer is in the lead, Marner's in second. These trucks are looking pretty strong right now. I think Jack's fast too, just got nudged up a little bit there. Obviously very strong qualifying, won the pole, led some laps early. He'll be back.
Crossover. Jack looking back to the inside. And looking at those top two, or what was the top two, Cap Jack and Freedom Flyer, those guys are ex-Cup drivers. How much of an advantage do you think that gives them on the field? A lot of these guys haven't been in a Cup car before, let alone racing in this series, but 20 and the 40 might have a little bit of advantage there.
Yeah, I think it gives them a huge advantage when you have to get used to racing guys such as yourself, AlwaysJokerr, Fistbuster, all those Cup guys. They have had, like, not this season, already hasn't finished this season, but they've had some intensely strong Cup Series fields with those guys, and they held their ground, to say the least. And now they have more experience versus the guys who, maybe your first season in HPRL, some of these guys, they're rookies. While it's some of the names I just mentioned, they're Cup Series champions and they've raced against them and they followed them, they've even beat them in some places. So that experience is definitely key.
Definitely is, and I'm looking back through the field, some of the big names that we're used to, Tiger NASCAR, Mayhem Tomorrow, all these guys back here, they're kind of just laying back. I think they might be saving a little bit of tire because, after all, you do have to save tire here at Phoenix to make it to the end of stage 1, 22 laps in stage 1. And, yeah, I imagine those guys back there are trying to conserve a little bit of rubber.
Yeah, you also got to be mindful too, like we mentioned last week was a bit of pandemonium, so I would assume that they also expect for there to be caution at this stage as the yellow truck and the 26. I believe that might still be driven by TGS. I'm not totally sure. Is it?
Yeah, the 26 is TGS.
Yeah, 26 is still TGS. Kind of split up there as I was just watching, but yeah. It's interesting because Phoenix, it's almost like Atlanta a little bit with the tire wear if you don't be careful, which is weird because it's really speed, but a lot of people don't think about it like that. And then before you know it, your right front tire is gone and a shorter track.
Looks like we might also have our first lag out of the night. You said something about that 10 truck lagging on that start. Right now he's on pit road for me in that third pit stall from first. So I think that's the night Team Air Jordan in the number 10 Chevrolet Silverado.
While we were looking further back in the pack, Captain Jack has retaken the lead. Like I mentioned, I don't think he's done. He showed a lot of speed last season. He's got that Cup experience. He's a super mature driver. He knows how to stay with stuff a little bit. He's got a lot of speed and talent. I think he's going to be hard to beat. Especially when some of the bigger names are further back. But Freedom Flyer, he's definitely not backing off. And I think he has some Cup experience as well, does he not?
He does, yep.
So, in fact, come to think of it, I think they've both driven the 8 car quite a time.
They did.
So, not only do they both have Cup experience, but they have a similar Cup experience. That's
Okay, we're back. Sorry for the delay on me, but
You got Val for the lead.
Yup, and we do. And the 40 car of Freedom Flyer, Marner and Captain Jack, all fighting for first place. That it messed up my brain a little bit because I thought the 40 was Ghost Killer, but I gotta remember it's this season. So good job for Freedom Flyers. He's now going to be trying to be able to take over the first place position over Captain Jack with his teammate right behind him, but Jack is going to take it over on the high lane.
Yeah, and they just crossed the line. That was 8 to go in stage 1. They'll be coming to 7. That Val for the lead still not simmering down at all.
I think I'm surprised by the most by that 44 truck who just took the second place. That's Vibin Martin. Haven't heard a lot about him. I think he's relatively new. This might be his second go around, but he's not the fastest guy by any means, but he can definitely hang tough with some of these guys. He really puts his effort in, listens to his teammates, maybe practices with them. I guess.
Terrace Racing and Sikkim are really impressing me right now. They're staying with those top.
I was going to say Terrace Racing and Sikkim have kind of got back up to those top 3. They were a little bit of a gap from them. And I think, who is that behind them? I'm also kind of catching up. Looks like it could be Dank. And I believe that is the 13, driven by Jason Cole.
Yup,
Who's
he's there.
catching up 3 wide for the lead. Hold on a minute.
Damn. I can't scroll through. Thank you.
Freedom gonna get moved by his. No, that's the 34. I thought that was his teammate. Go on.
Vibin Marnes is taking the lead. I guess he doesn't have Vibin in his name, but you guys would know him by Vibin Marnes if you watched previous streams. Yeah, he's in the lead now. Sikkim, he's racing for 3rd. Where do these guys come from?
He's going for a 2-for-1 right now.
I wonder if they were saving a little bit of the rubber like you were talking about. Because all of a sudden, it looks like those top guys have slowed down, and these guys, 3rd or 4th and on back, have kind of slowly caught back up a little bit.
What I think it is, but what I think it is, I think it's just the long run cars that they all have. I mean, not cars, the long run trucks that they all have. Some truck, I got stop saying cars, but some trucks it do take. I think a little bit of getting used to on the track for it to start laying down some great laps. That's why I think it was happening with Sikkim and Terrorist. I think they just needed some time to get on the track and actually start learning a bit. There they go. Marner still keeps the lead over a 3-wide battle. Jack is able, it looked like he might have a little bit of competition during this season with Marner and Freedom.
Yeah, Marner's surprising me. I thought Marner was decently fast, but I didn't think he was like top speed at Phoenix for sure. This is a tougher track to be fast at.
Final lap right here at stage 1.
Yep, with the final lap, there we go with Marnes in first place. He got a little bit of leeway with them two battling behind him. He goes through smoothly through 1 and 2, going through turn 3 and 4. He will have Jack right behind him with his teammate Freedom, but it looked like that would not be enough, and that would be a great stage 1 right there. It looks like from that man Marner. Great stage 1.
Sikkim wants 4th. Did he get it? I don't think so, but we'll have to look back at the footage.
What
impressive stuff from Barnes, though.
I was going to say, what an amazing stage from Marner.
Let's see, let me give you a order here. John won't scroll up, so we'll wait a little bit. Nope, still won't scroll up. Alright, well, I can't give you anything more than the top 3, but Marnes, I think it was Jack and then Freedom, correct?
Yep.
It looks like Sikkim got 5th, so Terrace Racing got 4th out of that exchange. Thanks to Jason Cole. 7th was Tank Booty Flakes. 8th was Electric Blade. 9th was Tiger. 10th was Eric's Moose.
Wait,
and we're
hold on. There go Mayhem right there in first. What did he do to get all the way in the first
place? Oh, they're
place?
wrecking. Big wreck at the back.
They're wrecking.
Oh, what in the world?
Jason Cole.
Yeah, I think Mayhem forgot to pit here.
Oh, Mayhem forgot to pit.
Looks like he's going down pit road.
Oh.
Tragedy for a big name in the field, last week's winner.
Yup, 2 SHR. Yep, 2 SHR trucks. Both had to go with. Both of them might have to go into pits. Jason Cole just parking down on the bottom. That don't look too good.
Okay, so this is a manual caution. I was wondering because it was definitely more than 3 trucks, but finally they get it woed down. 13 must be ghosted or something because he's just. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He might be going to get his lap back, but first caution for cause here.
I don't know about the first caution. It looks pretty decent right now. But yeah, we got Marner. I think a lot of people didn't expect him to be first place. But it looked like he put in the laps and the time for him to be
You want to know
here.
who this was a huge break for? Mayhem. He is going to stay on the lead lap, I believe, out of all of this, after missing pit road on the stage 1 end. So, huge break for Mayhem.
And I don't think, and I don't think he's. Marner got faked into the pits while everybody else stays out. Ooh, that's not good right there. Only 5 cars go into pit lane. That's not good right there.
It's that veteran experience. He got finessed and bamboozled in the pit road, loses all of his track position.
Yep.
At a track where it's hard to get it back.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, this is not an easy track to pass at. It's going to be looking up from here for the rest of the race.
Only certain people can pull off them type of moves to where they fake into pits and they just stay out. Only certain people can do that because some people will fall for it, some people won't, but it looked like Marner fell for it. I think he's just going in there for new tires, even though you don't really need them as much.
Yeah, the only other guys that came down pit road with him were guys that were involved in that first caution. Mr. Williams, Jason Cole, Solis, and so on. So, yeah, tough break there for Marnes, but he's had a fast truck. He has time to get back up there. It's just, it's going to be exponentially difficult to make that track position up.
There it goes. We're picking the lines. We're going to pick the high line. There go Jack with the bottom. I think that's Sikkim right there.
Yep.
In 4th place in Terrorist Racing. Good job from Terrorist Racing too. Sikkim, I've seen him practice a little bit, so I will understand. I sort of seen him up here. We got the 2 HMS trucks right behind him with Dank and TGS. But for sure, Terrorist Racing is like my #1 person, other than Marner. The #1 or 2, the seat up in the front. Really surprised for what they've been able to do though. That's a great job, so keep it up for this race and for the weeks to come.
I would watch that 3rd row in this restart. Phoenix is a place where you can fan out, and Dank,
he knows
he gets
what
a
to
chance. He's not waiting.
Here we go with the Geico restart line. Here we go as that's a great restart from Freedom Flyer as no, Captain Jack comes right back. HMS Dank could not do anything. I think he got a little caught off guard from the restart, but it looked like Jack is in the lead right now. A little back off from Sikkim. Terrorist hit him just a little bit. Now they're getting tight right there for 3rd and 4th. still a little fight between Freedom and Jack.
Gonna be 13 to go here in stage 2, much shorter stage.
Yes.
Ooh, Sikkim almost made contact with Terrorist Racing. I think he kind of cleared himself up a little bit there. I don't know if he'll like that or not.
Yeah, it looked like Sikkim gonna be able to cleanly get past them now after that little exchange they had between them two. But with Jack right behind Freedom, I think he's just trying to size him up right now, waiting to the end of the run. It's 12 to go right now,
Sikkim's
right?
response to that is like, well, I'm gonna size you up. I'm just gonna pass you.
Yeah, there goes Sikkim. Is he trying to make a move for second right now? We've seen him in a couple races fall to the back for certain reasons, knowing that now he's ready. He's ready, and he's here to rock and roll for Phoenix. I think I would
Sikkim
never.
was also in the Cup Series for a little while. He piloted the number 22, I believe, for Charlotte
Yes.
and a couple of other races last season.
Yes,
I
but
actually practiced with Sikkim and some of the guys before the race. I've noticed his line is a little weird. I'd like him to run a little bit higher, and I guess it's 1 and 2 of this track, but hey, he's fast, so go get him.
I believe that with Sikkim's speed right here, he can have a chance. Knowing that, and I know he's on the wheel too, so he's another person that has a chance at winning here today. Even though this is the second stage, it's a little bit too early to call it out, but there's certain people in here that can win it, and certain people that can't, just off of the tire saving.
Well, with the wheel here, you can turn better, which will help you off of 1 and 2, and you save tires more. So I think Sikkim has a huge advantage there. Right as I say, he can turn better, he almost hits the wall. But I think it'll help him, and I don't know who else uses the wheel here in this field. I know there's a few in Xfinity Cup as an 8-car, just ice bombs, crab. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, let me go back to that, because I seen that too.
Mr. Williams in the number 8 truck, dive bomb and crab, like we mentioned earlier. 2 penalties last week. I think he's trying to keep his nose clean. However, I'm not sure Crab cares what I think or what the admins think.
I mean, it was him and Mayhem that was up in that. As we do have new lead changer myself, but you can cut myself off. But Jack right there in first place with Sikkim over there trying to make a move for second.
On the inside, if he can hold that off, that's an impressive move.
And yup, Sikkim I think held that off. Great job for Sikkim. It's now he's up to second. Yup, making magical moves. He is a criminal.
That's the sign of a very good handling race car, or in this case, a race truck. But
Yes.
Sikkim's on rails right now.
Don't worry, I keep saying truck too. I mean, I keep saying car too.
Yeah,
But
Sikkim, I think, really likes this track because, like we mentioned, he uses the wheel. So like tracks like this kind of play into his hand a little bit. Jack, like I mentioned, he's fast. He's still in the lead. Marnes, like we were talking about earlier, did he make his way back up? He is passing the tank as we speak. Next line for him is Mayhem. Like we mentioned, big break.
10th.
Could have gone multiple laps down if he had the 10th.
Yep.
Dank and Mayhem in the same sentence. I don't know what that'll lead to. Hopefully it's clean.
Even though Moose right there, almost looking for the hollow line right there for them to, as we had to cut away from the leaders a little bit. Marner is trying to find his way back up to the front where it's fresh air and it's clean up there. That's what he's hoping for, because a lot of when you're back here, it's a lot of bumping and banging, so you gotta really find your way and really grind your way out of there, should I say, out of the pack. As he's trying to fight for Mayhem for 9th right now, so.
Well, like, just listen to the names we've mentioned. Mayhem, Dank, Crab, Captain Dead Dad is back there. This is a hard field to just kind of go through after hitting, considering what can be caused back there.
Don't look now, but look at who has snuck his way into the top 5. It's at 33 of Tiger NASCAR. He's one of the best in this league, in my opinion. He's making his presence known here late in the race, at least late in stage 2.
Yeah, I ain't seen. Go ahead, speak.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, speak.
Well, personally, if you ask me, if Tiger showed up every week, he could be a championship favorite. Because he's one of those rare people who you think of as workhorse ringers, but can also beat you on an oval too.
Sounds like a chase.
This is actually the end of the stage right here.
Very rare talent.
End of the stage. I think Sikkim got it. I did not. I couldn't get the camera on it because you said it.
Capjack got him. It's Capjack, Freedom Flyer, Sikkim, Terrace Racing, Tiger NASCAR. I think that's King Henry who got 6th.
He's in the 51.
Yeah, I think that's the 51 right on the outside of the 33's door.
Yep.
I think that might be.
I'm gonna scroll right back up to Cap, as that is his stage win of the season, his first one for today, and we will mark that into the books and add that to the trophy case for this season. Captain Jack overall had a great run. He had a little bit of competition. He had a big competition pack in between Freedom and Sikkim, but here we go to the last stage. Now this is where tire saving happens. I see no fuel saving for them, so I think this is all tire saving. So expect some people to fall off a little bit, some people to use the higher lane of the track to save some tires.
That high lane on a restart is kind of an advantage. You get that guy pinned down on the bottom and be able just to blow past him on the outside. But right now, Freedom putting up a good fight on Sikkim.
Yep, pinching him just a little bit. As people did say, people didn't know really much about King Henry when he came back in the lead. They don't know if he was going to drive as good or if he was going to fall off just a little bit. But here he goes right there in 4th. That's another JGR teammate. I would love to shout out right there. But Jack right now in 1st with Sikkim right there in 3rd or 2nd. They're two battling off a 2nd right there. That's a good battle. And he cleared them just a little bit too much. I think Freedom's going to get a tiny bit pissed.
Sorry, contacted a little bit in the back. Marnes is making his way through, but he's very
3 wide.
Oh, Jack in the wall. He's going to stop off Henry and Tiger, and that's going to give the lead to Sikkim.
Sikkim with the Venom right there in 1st. Captain Jack looked like he's now, after that hit, it looked like he's going to save the tires now. That's what I'm seeing from him. I'm trying to score to Sikkim. There we go. It's now Sikkim and Freedom Flyer. Them two now be battling, and they both hit the wall. There go Captain Jack with a good run after them two hitting the wall. He's going to slow it down a little bit. Freedom Flyer sent him through the turn, but it's okay. They still got it hanged on. As them two battling right there, you got Captain Jack and them using the higher lane of that track to save some tire. Knowing that these two are battling it out for the lead, knowing that they're going to be wasting out they're going to have a lot of tire wear, a lot of stress on that right rear. There goes Freedom Flyer would take it over using the bottom lane. There's rare passes with them on the bottom. Oh, he hits the wall.
It's the inside wall. That thing reaches out and gets you.
That is not good right there. As Freedom Flyer will now have a little bit of a gap in between him and Captain Jack for 1st place. King Henry right there in 3rd. That's another good thing. That's another good one right there with Sikkim and Tiger now. This top 5.
Marnes back in 6th.
That man.
Coming up.
that man is a force to be reckoned with right now in that 44 car. I mean, 44 truck, but in sixth place.
At Sikkim right now, you got to be really careful. All these guys around you have a lot of experience in these trucks on this game. You just got to, right now it's about conservation in my opinion. You got to be holding on to that right rear tire. And I think he's starting to realize that now. He's starting to back off his tires, counting them for fourth place. But Sikkim, this is a scary moment for him. You just got to keep yourself in contention.
Oh, the 34 is lagging. Yeah, he's lagging, and people are backing off. Let's just say it's spreading out now, but so I'm on monitor camera right now. He is catching up to Tiger right now. But Freedom's still in that lead with a little bit of gap in between him and Jack. Who... Now, out of this 6 right now, because it looks like we have a breakaway between these 6. Just a tiny bit of a breakaway, not that much. We got Dank back there, too, in 6th, 7th, 8th. We got them with that big pack back there. It's like, it feels like in this race, they both split up into 2 big packs. As right there, we do have King Henry making a move for first.
What a story this would be if he could win. First race back after 2-season hiatus.
Yep, and that would be a storybook end. Not a storybook ending, but a storybook start to a great run in the track. Oh, and he bumps Jack just a tiny bit up on the track, but at least he's able to give him a little bit more room as he clouds him up again.
So tight.
Yeah.
I think Jack's gonna like that this early in the run. He likes to be a nice, conservative, clean guy. Giving up bumps this early. We can remember that late in the race.
Yeah, with them using that a little bit of that high lane side right there. Do y'all recommend other people to go under, like all the way down, to get a little bit more, to catch up to the person in front of them by a little bit?
Like going under the yellow line?
Yeah, because that's what I'm seeing. Like, they're cutting the dog leg, and then some are just staying on top.
My thought... Okay, yeah, go speak.
Don't cut the dog leg. However, in 3 and 4, continue that bottom line. Because I find that gives you a straighter exit, which will burn less tire, and it's a straighter straightway, which will also burn less tire. And
Right.
just kind of ease in the corners.
It's that, and you also have to keep in mind that when you're turning the car more, or the truck more, you're burning that right front more. You don't want to be leaning on that right rear, you want to be leaning on the right front. If you can get enough pressure, enough temperature in that right front, and wear that down a little bit, equalize it, your truck's going to be driving a lot better.
Yep, as you was talking about that, we do have a little bit of Henry and Jack fighting now. He dives under. Couldn't make it work, so he's just going to stay on the high. Yeah, they're cutting the dog leg just a little bit, it looks like, not that much. Yeah, Team Air Jordan did lag out of the race.
Is Sikkim pitting?
Sikkim
is pitting.
Interesting strategy.
Wow, I don't know about this one right here.
I would not short pit on a track that burns tires quicker. Only because you're going to have that
I think everyone
advantage.
else is going for no tires. He's going to go for 4 and see if he can go make it back up. We have 15 laps to go in stage, I believe. And
how many laps?
He didn't think that those rights were going to last.
Did you see how many laps of fuel?
19. Fuel's not an issue.
Yeah, that means it just be the tires then. That's why I was questioning, like, I don't know. Sikkim could have...
Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody in this field is going to try to stretch it and make it without stopping at all.
Already it did that in Cup.
Yeah, a lot of people can do that. It's just, you got to nurse the tires. You got to nurse the right rear, not nurse the tires, but just the right rear, because that's the one tire that gets everybody.
You see what happened with that 87 hit pit road, though? These guys feel the pressure off of them. They've spread out a little bit. I'm guaranteeing you right now, Cap Jack is one of the best at saving on this in this league. And then you have King Henry, who obviously knows that. He's going to stay behind him and kind of nurse his tires. Tiger, a veteran of the sport, he knows exactly he needs to just keep that tire underneath him. So these guys not racing right now. They're trying to save that tire so they don't have to pit.
Yeah, but now Tiger catching up to King Henry. Could be a good battle right here. I don't know.
As for fourth place, Martin has officially moved up into fourth. As they have a battle for second.
Yeah, it looked like Tiger. Yeah, he's still nursing the tires, still letting it soak in, letting the tire. Letting the tire just stay where it's at. Don't let it run out as much because you can. I think for sure some people that push their truck too hard, they'll have like a lot of wear in like one turn, and then it's just you don't know what to do after that.
It's going to be 10 to go here when they cross the line. I'm looking at McAvoy's stream right now, 36% on the right rear. And 10 laps, I don't know if that's going to make it.
I think with 10 laps, you need 50 or 60 plus to make it because of it's the way how it wears out. I think through turn, if you can get like 1% through one lap, or like 3 or 4, then I think you'll be okay. But it's just it's too much wear on the right front for you to just stay out.
You burn about 6% a lap. So if you multiply that by 10, that's 60%.
Yeah.
You only have 30. That's risky business. You're gonna have to really back off to survive.
He gonna have to pit.
It's saving as much because he just made the move for fourth 2 laps ago, and now he's passing Tiger.
But him passing Tiger's probably looking at him like, "What are you doing?" Because especially because of like his tire saving stuff. But looking at him, and he's running the same line everybody else is running, but he's just making passes. It's still gonna. I feel like he's still saving, but then he's trying to. Just slowly trying to catch up to Captain Jack and King Henry.
So if he is saving and catching and making passes, does that put him in a catbird seat?
That will put him, because Captain Jack right now, I seen what he was able to do. I ran the last stage with him, and it looked and he just cut the dog leg, but it takes skill to make sure if you're able to catch up to somebody and save at the same time.
That 44 must have a setup in there, something that's allowing him to keep it straight off the corners, because he's having a perfect exit every single time. It feels like
might have a zen.
Into the racetrack.
Yo, the way how this man is, he's not cutting the dog leg too much too. He's just, it's like he's cutting it a little bit and then he comes right back up. But King Henry almost tried to make a pass under Captain Jack. Looked like Captain just messed up a little bit on that time. With him now, with Martin now in third and Tiger now in fourth, you got the 21 car of, I think that's Ty Racing, right?
Yeah.
He's a lap down. 4 to go. What will King Henry do? I mean, you have to catch up to him now, but it matters about how much percent you got on your tire.
This could also play, the 21's on fresh tires, but this could play into Martin's hands right now. If he can stay with that 21, let him be the bulldozer in front of you, move these guys out of the groove, just follow him on through. You could really make up a lot of time here if 21 plays the cards right.
3 to go.
Yep, there you go.
Yep, King Henry just cut the dog leg, so that's exactly why I asked that. So I was just like, he's sending it just a little bit. Coming around the 2 to go, I think he has enough probably. If you're already looking for a storybook start to your season, this will be it right here. If you're running at a track like this.
I don't think Jack is quite comfortable with how much tire he has left. He's still running high up at the dog leg.
Yeah, King Henry can cut that. He can actually cut it and actually still try to make it, but coming to 1 to go, here we go. What will King Henry do? He's just, I think, like 2 or 3 away from Jack, and he's going to cut this. He's going to... not cut it as much as this is the white flag. What will he do right here? Do turn 1 and 2. He sends it just a little
Big
bit, but he
dive.
makes sure he keeps it there. Captain Jack still holding on to the same amount of the lead. King Henry, will he send it through this turn? Yes, he will.
Oh, he gave him a huge hit.
He gave him a huge hit, but that still will help out Captain Jack, and he will come around and win the race. King Henry in second. It looks like Vibin will be third, and somebody spun. Oh, the 45 of McAvoy and Tiger spun. Oh, Dank spun before the line too. Yeah, not everybody could get past the line without spinning it.
Incredible stuff from Jack, though, showing that he still has it when it comes to tire strategy. So, congrats to him on the win. Well, I think he's already been added, but we'll see.
Yeah, add him to join the party.
Yeah, he's already joined, so we'll wait for him to join in.
Let's see. Can you add King Henry and Marner too?
I can. Fastest lap went to Terrace Racing. A lot of fresh faces getting up there and showing their worth.
Fastest lap Terrace Racing. That's nice. Scroll over to the 44 truck.
I can tell you that Jack has been very motivated to get better after last season. So there he is. Electric.
What's up?
Our top three are here.
Alright, had to make sure that everybody was in here. I was checking. Hello y'all. We are up in the booth now for the top three, and what about y'all go ahead and ask some questions, and I'll go last again like I always do.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with third, who looked to be Marner's. And well, first of all, let's make sure that your party chat audio works. So, if you don't mind, just say a couple words. So I know.
Testing.
Yeah, you heard your hair.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Okay, perfect. If they can all hear you, then I will start with the questions. But we'll start with Marner. It was a very up and down day. You had a very fast truck, but it seemed like you might have gotten faked down to pit road there in stage 2. Can you kind of go about how that was and how it was getting back through the field?
Yeah. The truck was really fast all race, and yeah, I kind of had a stupid move there pitting because I thought the fresher tires would work, but it was very hard to pass. I only gained 5 positions, but yeah, luckily made my way through the field in the final stage and ended up getting third.
Yeah, you definitely made your way through the field. It was very impressive seeing you up front pretty much all night long, except for that time you were down pit road. And I just want to say congrats on third. I think it's not going to be the first time that we see you up front at one of these races.
Thank you.
Speed, anything?
I've no questions for you, but definitely very, I would say surprising to me, but very good run from you, Marnes. next, I think if we started with third, we should go on to second. King Henry, you had a pretty good run there. What was going through your mind entering the last lap and on the last lap?
A little bit of,
Entering the
um,
last lap, it was basically I knew I had to put the bumper to him.
I mean, yeah, very well said, and you did do that, but it's definitely a solid run, and your return, by the way, welcome back. Hopefully you stick around, and hopefully you have a good season.
Thanks, man. If I hadn't started last there, I'm pretty sure that could have gave Jack a run for his money, but that was a heck of a win there, Jack.
Thank you.
well, since y'all asked y'all questions, I had a little bit of echo, so I was gonna say that. But now we're good. Captain Jack, what a win! We had so many people in the future matchups, you know. Had you voted out of the top 3 because of tire saving in the last stage. Now, what do you have to say about that, and how did your truck feel overall throughout the whole race?
I didn't really care about the matchups. Like, it's cool, but anything that involves me, I'd rather just focus on the race and worry about the hypotheticals of what could happen, what couldn't happen, because it's all luck based at that point. The truck was overly tight, like, at times. And the last run, I wish I could have made it a little bit tighter, save a little more right rear. But I knew if I went hard with like 3 to go, and I knew Henry was, if he got close enough to do that, it was gonna end up just blowing the right rear. Which, good thing I didn't push, because I had 9% like gap. Then it went. When he hit me, I lost 5% like that. So, it's interesting, but I like he tried for it, but I just disagree, like, with the point of, if you're that far back, there's no shot of getting to him without wrecking him.
Yeah, I mean, good move from King Henry, but it was just not enough. Great job for Mars too. Y'all all
Can I
had.
say something? Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something to Jack first?
Go ahead.
Well, Jack, first of all, I want to say congrats on the win. You definitely deserved it. You were in the top 3 the entire night. I don't think there's ever a time you dropped out of the top 5. So, congrats on that. And we were talking about it pretty much throughout the show that you really do know how to save your tires. You're one of the best in the league at saving your tires and getting it done that way. But you seem pretty broken up last season after Vegas and the championship race. Is this going to be a redemption season for you? Are you looking nothing more than to get that title this season?
Who knows what's going to happen? That's a long way down the road. A lot of shit can happen. Oop. Pause that. A lot of it can't happen. It could, can't, who cares? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just here to have fun.
That's very well said. Again, congrats on the win.
Yep. And I would like to say before we end off the stream, great runs from these top 3. They really showed us how to save these tires at Phoenix with these trucks. I mean, certain people can do it, certain people can't, but it all comes down to time at the end of the day for saving. I'd like to say this was a great stream overall. I think we had some great racing. Do y'all have any final thoughts for anybody? Any final says or quotes or anything?
Yeah, I just want to say welcome back to the league, King Henry. I'm happy to see him get his second place out of that thing, but that was very fresh for JGR and the trucks. We've been struggling there, so thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. It's good to be back. Gotta give a shout out to my brother-in-law here, Kush Knight. Let me use his Wi-Fi. Only reason I'm here tonight. Main reason I started the back. To make a quick pit. Me and my sister were in here because I was out in the living room and it was lagging in the qualifying. So I was like, I gotta come in here. So we were out here like doing the whole NASCAR pit stop, putting my PlayStation in the bedroom. So shout out to them guys, and I'll see y'all next week.
Well,
Amen. We'll see you next week.
well, he said it good too. You know, great job for King Henry. You know, you came back into the league and you finished second. That's a great way how to start it off. But I think that will be the end of the stream. As that will be the end of the night for tonight. We will have tomorrow. We will have for Thursday Xfinity and Cup, where you will see me and Speed, and you will have Jim and Cup. Overall, we feel like that will be some great races for Las Vegas. So we see y'all next time, and have a great day.